It's tried by 12 or carried by 6 anywhere, anytime.
I'm willing to die, kill, and go to jail by what I speak on.
No blood on my shirt. I got my chain on, and no video footage.
And he kept flinching at me with the gun.
Look at me, I'm in there defending you, I'm defending your brother, I'm defending everybody, trying to stop here from hitting you in your mouth.
A hard coat, knock up on your front door. When your ass attack like cancer, burn your condo down. Let my pen drop, don't hear sound.
And straight like that, we back. How everybody doing out there in the world? Hope everyone doing well, doing swell. As for me, myself, and now I could complain, but I'd rather just keep it to myself, man. Now, we back in the building, man, to talk about someone that supplies me with the endless list of pertinent material to opine on. You dig what I'm saying? This is one of the most spineless, shape-shifting characters, if you will, out here in this internet diaspora. You know what I'm saying? Every time you see him, he basically does the same thing. Goes on the podcast, talks loud and wrong, broken clock right twice a day type of thing. Then he creates a situation wherein he can jump up and walk off the show and pretend as if he stood on business. We should all know that is describing Charleston White.
And it ain't gonna be no rebuttals about this. Shock jocks, killers, whoever the fuck running their mouth. I represent LA. And I represent this Crip shit. I don't give a fuck about a character, but I care about a person's legacy. Don't no nigga disrespect Nipsey Hussle.
So now, in our setup, we see Charleston White in his normal interview swag. Talking to some guys out of LA, looks to be some OGs, triple OGs. You dig what I'm saying at this point in time, at the age that they are, and they're speaking on their affinity for certain members of the gang culture and what type of disrespect they will or will not tolerate coming from the mouth of a Charleston White or whoever.
Monster Cody, Tookie, Raymond Washington, nigga. It's tried by 12 or carried by 6 anywhere, anytime.
They characters to me, man.
Well, I ain't talking about who nobody else opinion. I didn't interject you.
I done disrespected them, though.
No.
Rat Williams, the self-proclaimed character on the internet. The guy that when you approach him and want to speak to him about some shit that Rat Williams has said, he said, man, I'm Charleston White. I'm not Rat Williams. An obvious character, a guy with obviously no backbone, that just, slinks and slides into whatever way the wind is blowing and try and get him some internet clicks. This guy says he thinks that the likes of Nipsey Hussle, Tookie Williams, Raymond Washington, the founders of the Crip organization out there in California. But let's come up to our times. Nipsey Hussle. He said he thinks Nipsey was just a character. That wasn't authentic. He wasn't really from LA. He wasn't really a Crip. He wasn't really standing on business. This was all a rap persona.
I done disrespected them, Skull. You saying this in front of me, and I done disrespected them. I just said I was a shock jock. So, nigga, at any given time, my nigga, if I feel the need to speak on something, it ain't a man alive that can muzzle this mouth.
Hey, fuck a muzzle a mouth.
I'm willing to die, kill, and go to jail by what I speak on.
Yeah,
you lying to me.
Hold on.
That's why I talk so boldly.
Hold up.
No, that's why I talk so boldly.
Hold up.
I get it. But
hold on. We talking like
men. I ain't scared to die.
I know.
We ain't fucking
scared to kill no nigga neither. Nigga.
That ain't what we here for.
Shit,
We ain't arguing. I'm not, because I'm not doing no motherfucking talking.
Man, you you hear this nigga keep coming out of his mouth, I ain't scared to die for what I believe in. That's why I talk so boldly. Bitch ass nigga, you the same nigga that, again, when somebody run up to hold Rat Williams in account for some shit that came out of his mouth, now you turn into Charleston White. When a nigga put a hand on Charleston White, you call the police. Nigga, don't forget we seen the video of the nigga approaching your ass in the barbershop, and what you do? Grab a fucking broom and get behind your wife. You was about to let your wife get 2 Ray J knots on her head. For what reason? Because you scared to stand on business? You ain't scared to die? Nigga, you ain't did nothing to nobody that's done approached you out here. And most people don't approach you because they know your lame ass going to the police.
Where were you at? I was at Slack's barbershop. Slack's barbershop? Slack. At 6800 Brentwood Stair.
Nigga, you ain't ready to die. You ready to say some shit that white people want to hear so they'll click on it and feel validated in the way they think. I hate this nigga, bro.
No, man, listen, nigga, I ain't gotta justify my words. I ain't gotta justify my words.
I ain't telling you a motherfucking
I ain't gotta justify my words.
Check this out.
I ain't gotta justify my words. I ain't gotta justify my words to nobody, my nigga. I done said what.
And also, my nigga, shout out to my females out there, because plenty of females watch my show. I am of the female connoisseur variety. You dig what I'm saying? But this is the shit that females do, bro. When they don't have a pertinent argument and they know you about to cook their ass and get the upper ground, they just keep talking. They just won't let you get a word in. This is what this girl ass nigga do, bro. Talk loud and fast so can't nobody get a word in. Nigga, in what world do you not have to justify the shit coming out your mouth? Especially with the big platform that you have when you go out here. It's not, he doesn't have a platform, but he goes out and people tend to click on videos that see Charleston White. This nigga literally feels like he can just go around saying the most vile shit about the black community. And then when someone wants to ask him about it, I can walk out. I ain't got to tell you where I get my information from. I ain't got to explain. What is it? And then I see niggas in the car just got into it with somebody on X. And by the end of our conversation, cuz said, man, you know what, Brian, forgot about some stuff you brought up. You know what, man, my opinion has changed. I can't co-sign a nigga like Charleston White.
I done said. So whatever consequences that come with what I done said, I'm willing to accept whatever consequences. I'm willing to accept whatever consequences.
We mean, bro, this is my platform, and I come in love.
But I didn't interrupt nobody, and I'm gonna finish saying what I said. We all have opinions.
But listen, we here talking about what our things I done said.
No, I'm not.
Hey, man, shout out Boss Talk One-on-One podcast, bro. I never seen them to this time. But the host, my nigga, what is you doing? I come in love. Nigga, you talking to Charleston White, the nigga that out here is blatantly disrespectful to people, but don't want to stand in the fire from it. He blatantly disrespectful to the host on there. Jumped all in while that dude talking and all that. And here, I come in love, bro. This is my platform, and I come in love. Nigga, fuck Charleston. He ain't come in love on your set. He finna disrespect y'all and walk off. Now, he didn't know that prior to saying that, but everything leading up to this point negated his comment about, hey, I come in love. He not arguing with you, my nigga. These PC niggas, bro, trying to keep the peace, man. Some niggas need that smoke, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm talking about none of that. I'm talking about
without me then.
No.
Y'all don't talk without me.
I ain't like that, bro.
I done drove too far away.
We came to talk.
I ain't got to justify a motherfucking thing what I done said, my nigga. I done said it. And I don't. I ain't got to justify, my nigga. I done drove too far from this motherfucker, nigga. Got me fucked up, man.
Hey, well, we here.
Well, y'all talk.
We here.
Y'all gonna talk without
California is here, nigga. That's what we meant.
Come on, we gotta do better, man.
No, we ain't doing better because this how this game go. But when he talked, we didn't say a motherfucker.
Can't lead the conversation.
You can't have it one-sided. You can't do that in front of us, bro. That's Spencer. It's that. Don't you ain't disrespecting other people or kids.
We gotta do better, man.
No. You still, it ain't that.
Bro,
You cannot disrespect.
But I'm saying,
yeah,
but I mean, you can't do all the talking and
not in front of us.
I agree with him. I agree with what he said about a character.
Am I right? Yeah, you agree with it.
I agree what he said about the character.
The character, I agree. But don't stand up in front of us.
I don't know who this host is and what his name is, but I would not be a fan of Boss Talk 101. Nigga, what you talking about? We gotta do better. Your homie said, bro, you can't let certain things come out your mouth because there are reputable gang members out here, niggas that still uphold that code, and we gonna ask you to clarify them statements. Charleston White said he ain't got to clarify them. I said what I said, and you accepted what I said about Raymond Washington and Nipsey, and shut up about it. Nigga, that ain't how it go. You're on the show to go back and forth, have a debate, have a talk. He ain't interested in doing that. He just want people to hear his loud, over-the-top antics. And that be his calling card. Then you got hosts. We got to do better. I didn't see any fault from these two guys sitting opposite of Charleston White. You dig what I'm saying? They told him what his opinion was on things as the same way Charleston White does. But when somebody's opinion is alternate from his, or when it sounds like something he gonna have to stand on business about, what is his first emotion? What is his first instinct? To get up and panic and run. Charleston White, in the fight or flight response, Charleston White is most certainly a flight. Yeah, frequent flyer. You dig what I'm saying? He got his miles up. Nigga be trying to go and get close to his weapons. Man, niggas out here, bro, that be talking about they cosign Charleston White, bro, just really make me look at them funny. Because it's like, well, you know what that says about you, bro? When you look at the thing that Charleston White says, again, he is a broken clock that is right twice a day. Sure, there's gang culture in some black communities. Sure, there's violence in black communities that we need to clean up. But when you take into account the fact that, let's say, okay, outside of a LA and a Chicago, no one gives a fuck about a gang, bro. I'm in the South. I can assure you, no one gives a damn about a blue or red down here. You'll have little individual little cliques and all of that, but you'll get that anywhere. White boys have cliques and groups and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying? But outside of LA and Chicago, gang culture is not a big thing. You cannot tell me with a straight face that you think the majority of kids out here in the world that are over the age of 10 years old have to go through a gauntlet of either joining a gang or avoiding gang members at every turn. And that every kid is just, you got to make a choice between blue and red and get ready to go kill somebody for the initiation. Bro, that is not prevalent in our societies. When you want to talk about the areas where it is prevalent, you know there's a lot of things that will go into that you would never hear a nigga like Charleston White talk about. Let's talk about the government funding that disproportionately goes to urban communities, which leads to less teachers, which leads to more vagrancy, which leads to more kids being out in the world. Mom got to work. Sure, I'll give you the argument that daddy ain't around enough in the time when he should be. Okay, he got a one parent, the mother. She's got to work to be able to pay for the bills and keep the roof over his house, put some J's on his feet. So now she at work. He ain't at school. They don't have a truancy officer. He slips through the cracks, start to get in cahoots with this gang, and he becomes a gang member. It happens a lot. But again, in the places where they tell you that it is so prevalent, and when a place like Fox News presents that to you as if that is the course that every black youth goes down, then you have to look into the real factors, and then you have to understand, again, LA or Chicago, those are two cities. Bro, there are 50 states in America. There are hundreds of individual counties. These counties break down into hundreds of individual towns. So if I gave you the argument, let's just say it was 1,000 different gangs in LA. And most of the time when you see these pictures, it's 12, 15 niggas in the background. The Rolling 60 said they the biggest gang out there. Let's give all 1,000 gangs 1,000 members. That is 100,000 people. You know how many millions of people live in California? 100,000 people would likely fit into one county in California. And so now you've got all the other counties in the entire state of California that would have no gang violence. much less we go out to the other 49 states. So again, bro, it's not prevalent in the culture. But when you get a person like Charleston White that makes that his stick is to get on television and scream loudly with the urban flair, the things that white people that watch Fox News and the biggest of the world wholesale put as a blanket over the black culture. So when I hear somebody say that he be spitting facts, bro, he's not saying anything that we don't already know, that we aren't already teaching and instilling in our kids, things that we know are not prevalent in our culture. We know that the powers that be will present that. In my estimation, man, Charleston White is like a Chud the Builder. You know what I mean? All bark, no bite. The minute someone comes up and holds you to account for some of the things that come out of your mouth, then the entire game changes. He doesn't have any intelligent thought to bring the things. He's well thought out on the things that he goes and screams on camera, but it's his stick. It's the same old thing from Charleston White. And so, you know, in the community, bro, we know better than to follow people like him. You know what I'm saying? There's nowhere that Charleston can lead you that's positive, because he doesn't have a backbone, bro. If you were to go out in the streets and take a cue from him and repeat some of the things that he said and take a cue from him on how to handle them, people wouldn't take you seriously. Because you have no room for critical thinking and critical debate. You only have time to talk loud and spew out what you want people to hear, and you just don't have the wherewithal to understand that people can see through it, bro. So I just hate to hear people out here talking about how much they are in support of Charleston White. The guy that does shit like this.
Boy, I finally got my dream come true. I finally get to be a white man. I finally get to be a white man.
This is the actual nightstick from the police officer that was found not guilty that broke Rodney King's knee. I got it off East Bay. Rodney, stop resisting! Stop resisting!
Folks, it's crazy, bro. But like I said, Charleston White is a broken clock that is right twice a day. He's not saying anything we hadn't heard and that we aren't already putting into practice. But again, the powers that be would have you believe that these are things that completely go over our head, and a totally spineless character like Charleston White is the only person in the black community raising these concerns and having this amount of wherewithal. You dig what I'm saying? And we all know that's not true. We never take seriously people that they try to tout and tell us to look up to, because we are actual black people. We understand what the struggle is and what to look for and what to look out for. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's my little spiel on this little piece of footage we got from Charleston White, man. Do not be fooled by internet charlatans like that, man. And like I said, he reminds me of Chud the Builder, and that is the video that I've got coming up next, an update on Chud. So be checking down here in these in this description, man, and see these little things that pop up. Click on that video, do me that solid. And until then, it's been straight like that. I'm out.
Look up in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. The Jack Travis, Lord Dungeon Dragon.